own unprocessed fear and stress? Is it chemistry with your new boo? Or is it merely childhood recognition? Are you securely attached? If so, according to whose house? The society that's burning currently? Oh, you think you can live a good, wholesome, healed life while the world is going to hell? I know you feel like, oh, there's pockets of good here and there. Let me tell you something. The universe, the reality that we live in, is holographic by nature. Holography tells us, right, that the image is found within the whole. So yes, there's toxicity all over us. Oftentimes, we run from that toxicity. The toxicity is just curriculum that has been left undone, curriculum that has been accruing, right? Maybe it could be over generations. So we prioritize vacation, staycation, maycation. We prioritize entertainment. We prioritize escape. Because looking inward, right? That's the one thing that we fear. So entertainment becomes a type of survival adaptation. Was that downloaded into us too? Do you know the difference between being loved and being regulated? Was your mother good at regulating your emotions? Hell, was she even good at regulating her own? And if she wasn't good at regulating her own, it doesn't mean she was a bad person. Do you understand? For many of you, consistency feels strange to trauma-trained hearts. Oh, man. Did your mother soothe you or simply sustain you? I'm asking, was your mother's trauma the blueprint for your matrimony? Your desire to be married, your desire to want a partner, your desire to want to be in a relationship. And when you show up in relationship, are you using the blueprint she used for intimacy? Gosh, mama installed love software, the first God imprint, the mother-made trigger panel. Familiar feels safer than healthy. Love, Trueprint, attachment, atmosphere training. This is what the topic is tonight. Emotional home syndrome. If you're just tuning in, that's what the topic is. The Love Trueprint names the hidden relational template that adult relationships often express but rarely create. It describes the way early maternal contact, delay, inconsistency, soothing, emotional atmosphere, and environmental pressures shape the nervous system's expectation of closeness before conscious beliefs about love ever develop. This print does not equal fate, and it does not reduce every adult relationship problem to the mother alone, okay? It identifies the interaction between caregiving, ecology, survival conditioning, and body-based learning. In that sense, many adult love languages begin not only with poor partner selection, but with an old regulation pattern mistaking familiarity for safety, and then rebuilding romance on top of that. Gosh. So I'm being asked, how do we rewire our computer to save ourselves and our kids. And what I'm about to say might sound simple, right? But trust me, it is not simple. Many people struggle with this. It's not simple. You have to be able to look at yourself as you are. Now understand, to your ego, which likes to operate like behind the scenes, right? Behind the mask, your ego does not want to be called out. You've heard people talk narcissism when they say, oh, the mask slipped, right? The ego does not want to be called out. The ego just wants to survive, right? So you have to understand, looking at yourself is a confrontational act towards the ego. It is an affront to the ego. You have to be able to see yourself without judgment, right? Now that's very hard to do because of negative self-talk, right? We'll get into tearing ourselves down when we start looking at the parts of ourselves that we have sequestered, that we have orphaned, that we have suppressed, because these are parts that we might loathe, that we might not appreciate ourselves. This is why the mask is so important, right? We'll put that mask on to hide all of the things that we're not proud of about ourselves because of constant self-critique in a negative way, right? So when you say, how do we heal? You first have to acknowledge that you need to be healed. If we're going to go to Alcoholics Anonymous, you first have to acknowledge, like, I picked up some things from my mother. Listen, I picked up some things from my mother is a hard thing to say. Because we love our mother. Broken, flawed, fractured, whatever. Mama is mama. And you know how black folk look at mama? It's mama. Better not nobody say nothing bad about my mama, including myself. But here's the thing. Sometimes you have to see it for what it is. This was downloaded from that. From her. Right? Now I have to turn that into a curriculum. The curriculum is rooted in non-judgmental observation. Once you observe the problem, you acknowledge the problem, guess what? Now it's time to embrace, right? Embrace who you are in this moment. Wait a minute, who I am? Yeah, the whole you. This is part of individuation. See, if you're a fractured person, looking for a piece to fit you, right? You're already asking for more relational curriculum. I'm looking for somebody to fit the fracture that my mother may see. First off, you're already whole to begin with as an infant, but mother's emotional atmosphere, her environment, her stress level, whatever it is, listen, her self-hate, her negative self-talk, trauma, stress, social, economic, all of that could put her into survival mode, and that can affect a child even in vitro. And then when you're birthed, if she's not attuned to your needs, if she's not tapped in, right? She's inconsistent. Or she's present, but she's absent at the same time. Do you understand what I'm saying? She made sure that you got the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. She made sure that you got the apple slices. She made sure that, you understand, that you got the special kind of shoes that you want. She made sure all of that was there, but she was absent. She wasn't present with herself, with her spirit, because she might have been at war with self, right? See, when you're at war with self, that is the opposite of self-acceptance, as you are. Listen, when you're at war with self, that is the opposite of self-acceptance as you are. That's a hard thing to do. It's easy for me to articulate that, but it's a hard thing to do, to sit with yourself for 10 minutes without judgment. And when I say sit with yourself, I don't mean sit silent. I mean sit in full, attentive presence of who you are. And I'm talking about the ugly stuff. Can you do it for 10 minutes? See, this is how we're walking into healing. But many people don't want to heal because heal means whole, right? And they would rather present that damn mask, present that performance, act healed, speak healed, hoot and holla healed, but not really be that. See, we talked about it a week ago when we talked about embodiment of the truth. It's easy to say you're Christian, but if I say, are you Christ-like? Can you do what he did and even greater things? Then, oh, hell no. That's not what it meant. That's a misinterpretation. No. That's what he said. I give you the power to do even greater things than I. See, embodiment of it. See, you have to embody the whole you in order to heal you. Do you see? When you become a healed, whole person, you stop looking for the fitting piece. I'm looking for a fit. I'm looking for my match. I'm looking for the one. You start realizing and moving like, oh, I am the one. I see the one everywhere. No. But see, no, you are not the one when you're looking for the one. If you're looking for the one, does that automatically by default make you the two? Do you see? So discover the blueprint, the true print, right? That makes you kind of like, my mother gave me this. And this is not to villainize mother. This is to say, was mother loved? Was mother appreciated? Or is this a lineage of marginalization? Misattunement? Is it a lineage of that I have to get off me through, listen to what I'm about to say, non-judgmental, combative self-observation. Damn, why is it combative? Because you're confronting the ego, you're confronting the mask, you're confronting the whole scaffolding. Do you understand? Somebody asked me, how do we heal it? How do we uproot the programming? Non-judgmental observation of self. After you identify the problem, you embrace the whole self, fractured and all. Go deeper. So self-empathy. Right? Self-acknowledgement, self-worth, self-validation, self-approval, self-esteem. Like you start pouring it into you, broken and all. You're worthy. You're enough. You're meaningful. Do you see? When we come forward, hey, the voice of reason, we're going to keep cooking.
Relationships. Got you confused? Need some straight talk? This is where you get the unfiltered truth about love, relationships, and everything in between. He breaks down relationship dynamics with no-nonsense wisdom and practical advice that actually works. Tackling the questions you're afraid to ask and giving you the answers you need to hear. You're inside the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. These are hard times for housing in America. Too many in our community face barriers to safe housing, behavioral health care, and affirming spaces for healing, particularly those impacted by poverty and stigma or incarceration. Rooted in South LA, Ahmad supports impacted communities through housing, wellness, and leadership development. Ahmad provides culturally responsive, peer-led support from transitional housing and mental health services to leadership development and youth empowerment. They offer safe, affirming houses for youth, transgender women, and formerly incarcerated individuals. Therapy and peer support with a focus on healing trauma in Black communities. HIV prevention and care, free testing, education, and wraparound services for whole person wellness. Standing in the gap with health, housing, and hope. Reach out to Ahmad Institute at 323-569-1610. That's 323-569-1610. Or visit amaad.org. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
All the women who independent, throw your hands up at me.
This March, we're turning up the volume on the women who changed everything. KBLA Talk 1580 is proud to celebrate Women's History Month, honoring the trailblazers, truth tellers, and game changers who shaped our world, our culture, and our community. From the freedom fighters to the firsts, from the boardroom to the front lines, from the unsung to the unforgettable. All month long, we're celebrating the stories, the voices, and the conversations that remind us that women, Black women, have always led the way. Don't miss a moment. This is our moment. This is our story. Stay tuned to KBLA Talk 1580, Los Angeles' home for the conversations that matter.
I'm your girl, you're my girl, we your girls. Won't you know that we love you?
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
No, wait a minute. Hold on, Andy. Hold on, Andy. Andy, you gonna have us in here crying. Now, this is one of my favorite mama songs. But as a child, I recognized early that men thought, we gonna still play the clip, but I recognized that men thought my mother was attractive. They was on my mama. And I was very territorial about men. Men would come snooping around, sniffing around for mama. This the record that reminds me of my mama. She's a bad mama jamma. Whenever I hear that song, I think about my mama because that's the 80s. And boy, listen. They was at the door. Hey. They was looking for Rose. Hey, listen.
Look at her. She's a bad, bad
has shown of great attention. She's poetry in motion, a beautiful sight to see.
I know you don't want to hear this. Just listen. Stop trying to get your mother to admit she was wrong. Stop trying to get her to see things from your perspective. When you do this, the little girl in you is trying to get validated. And she believes that her mother can validate her experience. And then if that happens, she, in essence, has like a permission to heal. And you don't need your mother's permission to heal. That's a part of the obedient Black girl syndrome, as I would say. It's like looking for our mother to say, this is true, this happened, this is who I am. And healing your mother wound is about you establishing who you are. And it's about you creating a healthy relationship.
Listen, do you know how many people out here faking it? You're dating a version of your daddy that he never became. So you could feel at least I got a piece of him. You might be dating a version of your mother that she never became. Don't you know when you do that, you're not free of the imprint, the pattern, the wound? You say, I'm going to do better than them. I'm going to have what they could never give me. Do you see what I'm saying? The love Trueprint. This hurts, man. But it's a real conversation that must be had. Andy, let me tell you something. Andy asked me, he was like, I know you had 2-piece waiting for your mom's boyfriends that was showing up. Nah, we had a pit bull named Duke. Up in Altadena and Lincoln, we had a pit bull named Duke. And if anything was out of order, we had one of them bad dogs. You know, a dog you act like it ain't yours, but it's yours because it be in the neighborhood, but he respond to your whistle. We had one of them dogs. Listen, man. Anybody tripped on Rose, man. A couple of people seen Duke. We seen Duke. Listen, when I come forward, I'm going to the phone lines. I see some folks want to talk. We're going to get it in.
He's on fire tonight. It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Esther Dillard with BIN News Now. In Cleveland, Ohio, WKYC reports police have released the body camera footage of the arrest of Aaliyah Henderson. That's the 28-year-old black mom charged with 2 counts of aggravated murder after the discovery of her 2 children's bodies buried in suitcases near her home. Reports are a man walking his dog initially discovered the bodies earlier this month. The clock is starting on the Save America Act in the Senate. Republicans passed a vote to open debate on the voter ID measure. President Trump calls the bill the most important legislation in the history of Congress. And the Marcus Garvey Institute for Human Development officially announced the launch of the HBCU Supercomputer Initiative. The initiative aims to empower the global African diaspora to shape the future of AI innovation. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Think It Up is an initiative to activate student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classrooms today? Join at thinkitup.org.
Follow the leader. KBLA Talk 1580. Follow the leader.
If you're not following KBLA Talk 1580 on all of our socials, then you're missing out. Download our app and find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and on the web at KBLA 1580.
That's right.
Again, you can find all of our socials at KBLA 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
By the way, if you miss any of our weekday shows in real time, you can always catch up by checking out the podcast of your favorite shows at your leisure. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Follow the
following the leader.
Oh my God.
Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader. Follow the leader.
Heading out of town this spring? Metro makes getting to LAX easier than ever. Just take the C or K train lines to the new LAX Metro Transit Center. Then catch a free shuttle straight to your terminal. Easy, affordable, stress-free. Travel smart. Go Metro. Los Angeles, our homes are more than property. They're legacy. Right now, one of the largest wealth transfers in history is happening through real estate, and too many homeowners in our community are losing hard-earned equity. Donald L. Bishop Jr., associate broker with Coldwell Banker Realty, is committed to protecting families' equity through integrity and transparency. With over 20 years of real estate experience, he represents sellers, buyers, and especially seniors. Call 323-401-4126. Live well with Donald L. Bishop Jr., Cal Green number 019-77035.
Hey guys, do you want male performance in the bedroom and do you want it now? Get it in 47 seconds or less. For the first time, you can have instant male enhancement. Introducing Knox 47, the topical male enhancement that works in 47 seconds or less. Satisfaction guaranteed. Finally, after years of scientific research, our proprietary formula will allow you to perform in the bedroom like never before. Just imagine that little blue pill on steroids. No reason to settle and wait when you can get instant performance now. Forget about pills and potions that make you wait hours or up to 30 days to work. That's yesterday's news. Knox 47 is brand new. The hottest thing for men. And you don't need a prescription. Call now and get your free supply for a limited time.
To find out how to get Knox 47 for free, call now. 800-677-1453. That's 800-677-1453. Free bottles for limited time. Call 800-677-1453. That's 800-677-1453.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Tired of being locked out of job opportunities and shut down by systemic racism? KBLA Talk 1580 stands with you in fighting for the rights of black workers, and we don't black down. The Los Angeles Black Workers Center is a dynamic alliance of workers, organized labor, community-based organizations, clergy, students, and scholars working collectively to improve the position of the black working class. The LA Black Workers Center takes a comprehensive approach to addressing the black jobs crisis. Their programs promote access to quality jobs, racial equity in hiring and retention, discrimination-free job sites, and they prepare black workers for employment in high-wage career track jobs. The LA Black Workers Center supports workers who need help protecting their rights on the job. They give workers access to quality jobs and remove systemic barriers to employment. And they are advocating for a fair deal for black workers in the new Los Angeles City Charter. To sign up for free career readiness training, get involved in organizing, or learn about union apprenticeship programs and trade registries, please visit lablackworkercenter.org. That's lablackworkercenter.org. Together, we can beat the black jobs crisis and build a more equitable Los Angeles. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
This is KBLA Talk 1580. Talk radio. That's music to your ears. We're unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. You're listening to the voice of reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I wanna scream so loud for you, 'cause I'm so proud of you. And let me tell you what I'm about to do, mama. I know I act a fool, but I promise you I'm going back to school. And I appreciate what you allow for me, and I just want you to be proud. I wanna tell the whole world about a friend of mine. This little light of mine, I'm finna let it shine. I'm finna take y'all back to them better times. I'm finna talk about my mama if y'all don't mind. I was 3 years old when you and I moved to the Chi. Late December, harsh winter gave me a cold. You fixed me up something that was good for my soul. Famous homie chicken soup, can I have another bowl? You work late nights just to keep on the lights. Mommy got the training wheel so I can keep on my bike. And you would give me anything in this world. Michael Jackson leather and the glove, but didn't get me on curl, and you never put no man over me. And I love you for that, mommy, can't you see? 7 years old, caught you with tears in your eyes, cause if the cheating telling you lies, then I started to cry as we knelt on the kitchen floor. I said, mommy, I'ma love you.
I want to share something with y'all that's kind of been sitting with me for a minute now. Over the past 10 years, I've been doing nothing but healing work. And I didn't realize throughout this whole entire process, what I really been trying to heal is my mother wounds. And I realized that I was creating an environment of beautiful women who have mother archetype energy to support my mother wounds.
See?
Having platonic relations with women outside of a romantic setting has been completely healing and shifted my perspective and narrative that they say men cannot have these type of connections, but I highly disagree. It taught me unconsciously how to tap more into my feminine energy, and the more that I start to understand feminine energy, I started to understand the feminine energy that resides inside of me. For a man who suffers from mother wounds, you may think that it can be counterintuitive to actually be around women, but that's actually opposite of the truth. The truth is you want to lean more into your mother wounds and find a safe space with other sisters, other relatives, other cousins, anyone that you are safe being around, so they can hold a safe space for you to heal your mother wounds. At the time, I had all the excuses. I had recently just got out of a relationship where my heart was broken, and I had to make a decision. Either I hold that bitterness, that resentment, right, and completely become very hateful towards women, or I can understand why do I keep having these experiences? Why do I keep getting caught up in these cycles? And that's what I did. I decided to heal myself and just understand them, the nature of the feminine energy. So this message is to every friend, every sister, someone that I consider dear to me. Thank you for holding space for me over the years. Thank you for teaching me what it is to embody feminine energy. Thank you for understanding me as a man, trying to develop safety when I didn't have it. Thank you for helping me heal the little boy that's inside of me. Peace.
Wow. Who was that, Andy?
Touched by Joshua Tree.
Touched by Joshua Tree? Touch. Interesting. Heavy stuff. That was heavy. And I think it was needed. I think it was necessary. Man. One of the sisters in the TikTok, she got me on this, right? About how to heal, for psychological trauma. Definitely, I will be remiss if I don't say, go to therapy. I always throw a splash of spiritualism there, right? Get spiritual, whether yoga, meditation, mindfulness, Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, whatever. Go find a spiritual center somewhere, right? Try EMDR. CBT, but mix it all together so you can face it with some kind of strength, with some type of strategy and some tools. You can even get TF CBT, which is trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy, helps reframe negative beliefs. Prolonged exposure, PE therapy, helps reduce anxiety by confronting fears in a safe setting. Listen to what eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR processes traumatic memories. Psychodynamic therapy addresses the root of emotional issues. Listen, I'm pointing all this out because this is the clinical side. But if you see the way I'm framing the spiritual side when I say it's confrontation to the ego when you objectively, right, look at yourself without judgment, right? In the clinical side, processing negative emotions, you know, they may say it a little differently, right? But that's why I say merge it all together. I want to get the caller in here real quick. JW from South Central Los Angeles. Here we go.
Oh, here we go, Joe. How you doing, bro?
Here we go.
Oh, man, do I have to tell myself, man? You're going to make me tell myself?
How am I making you tell on yourself, J-Dub? What did I do? J-Dub, what did I do, sir?
Bro, you did what you do well, man. You are the master teacher. Anyway, let's move forward. Yeah, man, you triggered a few thoughts that I haven't thought about in years. How far can I go back? Please bear with me. Follow me. I'm gonna connect these dots, as Tavis say. I can recall moving from LA to Chicago. Born and raised here, and I went there to visit moms for Thanksgiving. Ryan stand for like 10 years or so. Anyway, I'm listening to Farrakhan at a Baptist church. Come think of it, before he took over Mosque Marion, Elijah Muhammad's son's mosque. But anyway, as I was saying, he made a reference to it takes a good, how did he phrase it? Behind every good woman or a woman, no, a man is handicapped without a good woman, and vice versa. So reciprocation. Then he alluded to what you're talking about to connect the dots in terms of the mother is like the architect, or how you pronounce the term.
You got it. Architect. I'm with you. Come on. The architect.
Of God.
No, of your future relationships.
Point well made. So as I was saying, she's like the representative of introducing you to God. And she was like all
right.
Sub-architect.
Hold on one second. Wait. Hold on 1 second. I got you, J-Dub. Just stay with me, brother. I got to carry you over, man. When we come forward, we're going to go back to South Central and get J-Dub's thought.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Yo, it's Zoe Williams, the VOR, and I know you're tired of pretty gems with pretty lies, where people seem to scroll more than they sweat. Well, it's time to level up. Welcome to Huff and Puff, where excuses die and champions rise. Smack dab at 1221 North La Brea on the corner of Fairview. This ain't a photo shoot, it's a battleground. Certified achievers in the game. Trainers who grind with you, not post pictures beside you. Whether you're chasing your next personal record or just trying to outrun your past, this is your sanctuary of sweat. No mirrors, no filters, no fluff, just pain, passion, and purpose. Stop talking, start training, huff hard, puff loud, be legendary. Where folks go to war with their weaknesses. Huff and Puff.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free. at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 joins you in standing for voting rights. The midterm election campaign season is here now. The 2028 presidential election is right around the corner. When We All Vote is a leading national nonpartisan initiative on a mission to change the culture around voting and to increase participation in each and every election by helping to close the race and age gap. Created by Michelle Obama, When We All Vote brings together individuals, institutions, brands, and organizations to register new voters across the country and advance civic education for the entire family and voters of every age to build an informed and engaged electorate for today and generations to come. When We All Vote empowers their supporters and volunteers to take action through voting, advocating for their rights, and holding their elected officials accountable. It's all in for 2026 and 2028. Please visit whenweallvote.org to stand up for your rights, voting rights. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
How does the citizen and how do the community at large regain control of the narrative or enforce a new one?
Right. I think some of the thing, one, and this is why I always come back to selfhood, because you need a self to tell story from. You like, otherwise you will just be a character in somebody else's life. And that's how most people exist. Most people are just characters in everybody else's life. And it's hard to get that past, but it's really the lack of agency. Right? And people could tell when you don't got no narrative agency. You could tell when somebody just here gonna follow the plot. You sure can, but the state sure can too. Right? That's one of those things that people be messing up on. Like, if they know that you're just gonna react predictably, everybody running the same direction when the gunshot go off. Well, they know how to get y'all to go. Right? Like, but most people need to reclaim their own agency. Like, and this is what I be trying to talk to people about. Like, you're not gonna feel freedom after the revolution. You felt freedom before the revolution, which is what caused you to go. Right? Like, and this is what I be meaning by, like, a lot of people be thinking about it like revolution is unchaining a will. No, revolution is refusing a will. Doesn't mean you have power. It means you have the ability to say no. Right, like, but this is one of those things where like people don't understand that we live in the future of what revolutions, right? So the system has already said.
That's Scott, right? What's his name? Jason, Javon, Justin Scott. That's that cat. I like that guy, man. He's cooking. Let me get JW from South Central Los Angeles back in here. J-Dub, you know we up against it, so tell me, what are your thoughts on tonight?
I'm make it as quick as possible, sir. Yeah, one of the main valid points I'm trying to make is that, yes, you're correct. That environment that the mother went through while the child was carried through the womb, yes, it will influence that child as well as mainly the mom, because I fast forward to the future, even though I see myself, I was told I was that positive, whatever you term that attachment. So I'm that positive one. But anyway, the point is, fast forward to the future. Yeah, I had to tell my mom before she passed away, the 14th of April of the year. Just prior to her death, I would say, "Hey, Mom, look. Recall when people would say, when I was in junior high school, you would say you got to get your baby some milk or something along those lines." And I'll look at her like I'm grown. Anyway, the thing is, I was more of her caregiver at that point in time. I'll have the time they can break it down in detail. So the thing is, yeah, you're right. Mothers will try to camouflage and use other excuses, but really it was a control thing. And I seen through it, and I hate to say it using these terms, put her in check and say, "Mom, look, I'm not your child, I'm your grown son." And I'll land the plane at that.
Man, I appreciate you hanging on the line, and I appreciate you sharing your thoughts, brother. Thank you. You know what you just did, right? Oh, he gone. Andy said, listen, we got to move forward. We at the end. Again, I'm not here to villainize mothers. That's not the purpose of this thing. It's really about investigating during this psycho-spiritual forensic work to see what your blueprint is, your blueprint for intimacy. This isn't to say mom is at fault, right? So I ask questions, right? When you reach for your partner, do you reach for love or for emotional familiarity? See, that question right there hurts. Did your mother's presence calm your body, confuse it, or train it to wait? Do you understand that? That's why we ask the tough questions, because it's for self-introspection. Self-confrontation, right? Ego confrontation, right? You unmask the ego before relationship conflict does it for you, right? When you call somebody your type, how much of that type comes from imprint rather than wisdom? Did childhood teach you that closeness brings comfort, or that closeness comes with tension attached? If your first caregiver loved you under stress, what did your body confuse for intimacy later? These are questions for you to journal on, right? Put these questions into a journal and then go on an inward introspection, journey to get the answers, right? Can a person crave love and still distrust the consistency required to keep it? Boy, that's a bomb right there. Can a person crave love and still distrust the consistency required to keep it? When psychology says secure attachment, whose household quietly hides behind that phrase? It might not be black or brown. Black or brown might be in a survival or an adaptation, survival, right? But maybe that's not insecure attachment. Maybe insecure attachment shouldn't include adaptability. These are heavy questions, man. Did your mother have the emotional bandwidth to soothe you, or only the duty to keep you alive? How often do adult partners get blamed for wounds they merely activated, but not created? Right? If you're early life trained in hyper independence, why would mutual dependence feel romantic instead of dangerous? Andy, I hear what you're playing in the background. Man, you got to play that, the Loma Alta. Listen, I keep promoting this, man, because this is near and dear to my heart. Altadena. My homeboy created a wonderful soundtrack for Altadena, and it's on all of these DSPs, right? These digital streaming platforms. I would love for everybody to go get the Altadena project. It means the world to me. And as I say often, I start the conversation. It's up to you to finish it. Guess who'll be back here tomorrow with another barn burner, a slapper? I know this was a tough conversation. I know people don't like looking at mom in that light, but listen, I'm going to keep doing it. When we come forward, the voice of reason will have a new one for you mañana.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Local lawmakers are demanding answers after reports that 9/11 health